Hi everyone, Mega Shorts here, bringing you another Doctor Who 3.75 inch scale action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Wave 2 Zygon figure from the 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor. I got this figure from my local Toys R Us store in April for £6.99. While I was in there, I also got the first 12th Doctor figure, and I'll be reviewing that sometime soon as well. Now, the packaging that the Zygon figure comes in is very similar to the packaging of the figures from the first wave of this new line of Doctor Who action figures. In the top left we can see the 11th Doctor's TARDIS, and below that we can see a cleared plastic bubble containing the figure and its display stand, and then at the bottom we can see the card showing the current Doctor Who logo and the name of the figure. On the back we can see some pictures of all 6 figures from Wave 2 and some pictures of 2 upcoming playsets, which are the Hyde playset and the Angels Take Manhattan playset. And then at the bottom we've got the same usual product and company information, and that is pretty much it for the packaging. Okay, so here we have the Zygon from Day of the Doctor. Now, this is the first 3.75 inch scale Zygon figure, but it isn't our first ever Zygon figure. About 6 years ago, Character Options released this 5-inch scale classic series Zygon from Terror of the Zygons, and we can see that even though these two guys do belong to the same species, there are some differences between them. Unlike the classic series Zygons, the new Zygons have orange suckers instead of red ones. They also now have less red suckers on their chests, or red scales, and we can see that the new ones have some different hands. The Day of the Doctor Zygons have, or had, 1 thumb and 2 fingers on each of their hands, and we can see that the classic Zygons have 1 thumb and 4 fingers on each of their hands, and we can see that their feet are a bit different as well. Now, this Zygon figure is a completely new one, I believe. I don't think it reuses any parts from the original Zygon figure, and it doesn't reuse any parts from any other Doctor Who 3.75 inch scale action figures, so it's quite an exciting figure for collectors like me, and I think it's also quite a good figure for Wave 2, as the Zygons did have quite a lot of screen time in Day of the Doctor, so there's a lot of scenes you can recreate with this guy, and he's also a very good army builder, just like the Cybermen and Daleks from Wave 1. Now, the sculpt of this figure is pretty nice. It's got some really nice detail on it. It's got lots of creases on the skin all over the body. There's some on the neck here, some on the back, and some on the feet as well. And we can see that, like the original Zygons, this one has got lots of suckers which have been added to the sculpt. There's some on the head, some big ones on the chest, some going down the arms, and some on the legs as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all the detail on this figure. Well, actually, no, it's not, because we've also got the face sculpt up here as well, which is done very well. It's got a good likeness to the actor that played the Zygons in Day of the Doctor, or one of the actors, obviously in the Zygon costume, that is, he doesn't look like this in real life. But yeah, that's quite nice. I really like the wrinkles that they've done for the face. Just makes the figure look that extra bit more interesting and accurate, and you've got those really nicely painted eyes up there as well. The paintwork on this figure is quite good as well. I like the way Character have mixed the orange with red on this figure. I really like that. I just wish there was a bit more red on this figure though, just so it would look a bit more accurate, especially on the back here, because this seems to have a lot more orange on it than the front here, which has quite a lot on the head, the chest, and a little bit on the legs as well. But still a really nice figure. The sculpt of it is perfect. I don't think they could have done any better with that, really. And the paintwork is pretty good too. So yeah, not a bad figure so far. I like it. Okay, now it's time to take a look at this figure's articulation. He doesn't have a neck joint, and this is because the actors wearing the Zygon costumes couldn't actually turn around in their costumes, I believe. It's a bit like Michael Keaton in his Batman costume from the 1989 Batman film, in which he had to actually turn his whole body around rather than just his neck. So yeah, there's a nice little bit of slightly irrelevant Batman trivia for you. But anyway, back to this figure's articulation. His arms can do a full 360-degree turn from the shoulders. They can also bend at the shoulders as well because of these ball joints, which is something the original Zygon figure did not have, so you can get a lot more motion out of the arms on this figure than you can with the classic series Zygon. It's also got elbow joints, so the arms can move up and down from there, and the hands also have wrist joints, so you can turn them 360 degrees from there. He does also have a waist joint, which is quite nicely hidden at the front. It's quite obvious at the back, but that can't really be helped. And he can turn just a little bit from there. I guess you could probably make him do a full 360 degree turn from here, but that would probably require a lot of force, and I don't really want to force it, just in case I break it. And the last thing I want to do in a figure review is break the figure I'm reviewing. Anyway, the legs can go backwards and forwards from the waist a little bit as well, and they can also do the splits like that, and they have knee joints so they can move backwards and forwards from there, and he does also have joints at his feet, allowing them to do a very stiff and squeaky twist, and you can also move them backwards and forwards a bit from there. I think the articulation on this Zygon figure is really good. I'm really happy to see ball jointed shoulders on this figure. When I first saw pictures of the classic series Zygon figure back in early 2007 or early 2008, I think, I thought that Zygon would be quite a good figure for ball jointed shoulders, but in the end it didn't get given any. So yeah, really pleased to see the ball jointed shoulders on this figure, and they are quite a common thing on these 3.75 inch scale figures. So yeah, there's a lot of poses you can get out of him, so he's a really good figure for stop motion animations, figure adventures, and a really good one for display, so you could have him running perhaps, or reaching out for one of his enemies, such as the Doctor or Clara Oswald. So yeah, lots of joints, so there's lots of things you can do, and it is pretty much just another highly detailed posable figure. I'm really pleased with it, and overall I think this is an excellent addition to my Doctor Who action figure collection. I'm really happy to see a Zygon figure in this wave. I'm not really surprised that Character made a Zygon figure for this line, because as I said before, the Zygons were in quite a few scenes in Day of the Doctor. But yeah, it's a figure I'm sure many people are going to want to buy. Just a week after I got this figure, I went back into Toys R Us and there were no Zygons left, so he obviously is quite a popular one already, and I guess he's quite a nice figure for classic series fans as well, who may also like to collect 3.75 inch scale figures as well. So out of 10, I give the new series Zygon figure a 9 out of 10. He's a really, really nice figure, and I'm saying really quite a lot in this review. Sorry if that's getting annoying. Yeah, very nice figure. Very pleased with it. Excellent sculpt, pretty nice paintwork, and very good articulation. I just think maybe he could have been a bit better if he had a bit more red paint on him, so he could be a bit more accurate. But apparently there is a Day of the Doctor 3.75 inch scale figure set coming up sometime soon, which has a repainted Zygon in it, so maybe that one will have a bit more red on it, I don't know. But yeah, despite my little gripe about the paint, which is only really a nitpick, it's not a big issue really for me, I still really like this figure. I'm very, very pleased with it, and it was definitely worth the wait. Okay, so here we have Okay, so here we have the display stand. Now this is pretty much just a light grey version of the display stand that you get with the Wave 1 figures. Not really much to say about it really, and it does the job that it needs to do, so I can't really complain. It gets a 5 out of 5 from me, and I can't get the Zygon figure to stand up in it because I couldn't find a peg hole. There we go. And there we have the Zygon on his display stand. And that is pretty much it for my review of the Doctor Who 3.75 inch scale Zygon figure. Hope you've all enjoyed watching this review. If you want to share your thoughts on this figure, feel free to do so in the comment section below or in a video response, and my next Doctor Who action figure review will be of the 12th Doctor Regenerated. I know I still have some Wave 1 figures left to review, and if you want to see any reviews of them, just let me know in the comments below and type in the name of the figure that you want to see me review. I've not got any more rare or running change variants since I got that Cyberman, so unfortunately I can't review any of them, but I am still looking out for them, so if I get any of them soon, I shall let you guys know and review them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching this review, guys, and I will see you again soon.